Thank you for tuning in. I was gonna move the camera, but I'm like, you know what it is, but I'm gonna move it anyway. Let's start that over. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Empire Season 4, Episode 7. It's back after, was it a hot, yeah, it was off for the holiday. So it was off last week. Maybe the week before that, I can't really remember. But, you know what I'm saying? We back for episode 4. No. Season 4, episode 7. I guess I'm all discombobulated today because I'm getting all mixed up and stuff. But y'all know y'all here for me, so it is what it is. I hope everyone had a great Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? As we all know, it is hump day. We're trying to get through this whole week after the whole holiday and everything. I had a good day at work. I'm about to have a good evening of reviewing. I'm doing Empire today, Star today, and also Black Ink Crew Chicago today. So, I hope you all will enjoy me for the rest of the day. I will be up late getting these reviews done for you, and yes. So, again, I hope you all had a great day. Let's get started on this review. Empire was a good episode today. I can't say that. Lucius is back to a certain extent. Lucius is back. But he like Lucius / Dwight. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest about that. The beginning of the episode, you know, my eyes itching, of course. I know how I get sometimes. We see the beginning of the episode starts off with Lucius in the studio with Jamal and with Warren. And he, you know, Jamal is on the piano playing a whole little melody of everything while Lucius is looking at his painting that has the colors that helps him make music. So as Jamal, my eye is going crazy. As Jamal is, you know, hitting keys and playing whatever song, Lucius is painting strokes on the piano, saying, you know, play this color, play this note, basically. But then he gets on the piano and he plays this little melody, and you know, it's all coming back slowly but surely. So when he said he's back, he just meant, you know, he remembered things and he wasn't oh so nice as he used to be as Dwight. So you know, it's a good thing. It's a combination of both. So from there we see how Anika and Angelo is in the park with baby Bella, like they a whole little happy little family and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Little, you know what I'm saying? A rich white woman walk up like, oh, the baby's so pretty, and she had her father's eyes. No, she don't. That ain't her damn daddy. And I'm like, you know, and as this is going on, we see that Hakeem is like lurking behind the bushes of a fence from far away, and he sees all this happening. And I don't know what he was about to do, but luckily Thirsty came in, you know what I'm saying, snatched his ass back, like, look, hold on, little lion cub. This ain't what you want, you know, that you don't want to go and attack them or confront them in a public setting because it will make your case worse. Calm down, little Mohican, let's go. So, you know, he goes, they both go back to the house with Cookie like, boy, what is wrong with you? You know, don't be so stupid, little boy. And, you know, Dre is there, Hakeem, Jamal, Thirsty, and they're telling him, you know, you can't be stalking them. He's like, well, I ain't stalking, you know. They all act like they Bella's parents, like they mom and daddy, and that ain't true. And they're like, well, we know it's not true, but you got to be smarter than that. You know, Dre brings up, you know, we have the appeal in process already, but you can't do anything to mess that up, so just calm down. He like, y'all act like this my fault. And Cookie like, what if your stupid ass wasn't over there talking to the enemy, giving them all kind of secrets and stuff like that? And he like, well, you know, it ain't like what I said was a lie. It ain't about that, Hakeem. Even if what you said was the honest to God truth, you don't tell the enemy the truth. You lie to your enemies, okay? You don't give them ammunition on your family, whether it's real, fake, or indifferent. You gotta keep family secrets within the family, okay? That's why you're the youngest cub, because you don't know that yet. And then we also see Becky is in the studio. Because Becky is there, Eddie is there, who's Forrest Whitaker's character, Portia there with her man Calvin, who is the engineer. And we see Eddie work them like slaves, Lord Jesus. Eddie even got them in the studio all night, working with Demi Moore's daughter, Bruma Willis, who I can't remember her name on the show right now. Is it Tori? Maybe it's Tori. We're going to call her Tori for right now because I can't remember. But y'all know she is. She's Demi Moore's daughter. So, you know, she's in the booth singing, and he's trying to get something out of her or out of them or out of this studio session. And they've been in there all night. Everybody's tired. They ready to go, boss. They wants to go home. But he like, we got to keep going. He telling Becky go get coffee. And Becky like, bitch, who, me? Not me. Who, me? Not you. And, so she tell Portia to do it. And they're kind of, Calvin is saying how, we've been at this all night. I'm tired. We need a break. And Becky like, yeah, we do need a break. Everybody's gonna need a break except Eddie. Eddie got that old blood. Eddie don't need, which I'm surprised because some older people sleep a lot. I remember, older people go to bed early. I'm surprised he up all night. But, it is what it is. So, yeah, he's like, well, no, we got to keep going and going and going. However, Tori, is her name Tori? I'm going to Google it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Pause. It didn't hit pause. I'm back. It is Tori. So, yeah. Tori's in the booth singing and everything. And even she said, but my voice does need a rest. We can't take a break. And he like, okay, take 5 minutes. They're like, we need more than 5 minutes. So, when Portia leaves out to go get the coffee and the food or whatnot, Calvin like, bae, you need to talk to Cookie because this is unmanageable. This is crazy. He working us like slaves. We family with Cookie number. We don't know him. So, what I'm saying? He doing too much. And she like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's so cool. It's cool or whatever. And he like, and, you need to stand up for yourself more because Cookie treats you like shit. And Portia like, who, me? Do she? And, the whole thing goes off or whatever. I mean, Cookie don't treat her like shit. She just treats her, she just rude to her. It is what it is. So from there, we see somebody knocking at Anika's door. And I'm like, who want to see, Anika, old crazy, spiteful, revengeful, I don't like her, she can go ahead and die way ass, is Lucius, Lord Jesus. So Lucius has went to go see Anika. And, he's all, hi. Can I come in? And she's like, Bella not here. And he's like, well, no, I'm here to see you. And then she goes to try to close the door. He was like, I said, please. And I'm like, well, okay, Lucius. See, that's Lucius. He has his Lucius ways, but he also has his Dwight ways. He's able to play them both. And, he come in like, can I sit down? And she like, you gonna sit down anyways. I guess it don't matter because you came in even though I told you you could not come in. And, she then says, Angela will be back in a minute. And my thing is, are they dating now? I mean, I'm not here for that. I mean, so you go from sleeping with Lucius to sleeping with Lucius' son. Now you're trying to mess around with Lucius' son's mama, who is also Lucius' wife, ex-fiance? Anika, girl, stop putting miles on your cootie cat, girl. Just cut it out. So, he says, I remember you. I know you heard that I had lost my memory after the whole accident thing, but, I remember you. And I remember how you wanted Bella to be the only heir to the Lion Throne. And she's like, I think you're, insinuating things that are not true. He's like, no, I'm not insinuating anything, boo-boo. But what I will make you a deal is if you agree to 50-50 joint custody, Bella, I'll put her in our will and she'll be an heir the same way that that the boys are heirs. And I'm like, well, that's a good deal, That's always what Anika ass wanted. Let's be honest. And he was like, that would make her, Bella, very, very wealthy. It would take care of her for the rest of her life. And if Anika was smart, she would honestly take it because there's no reason to take custody away from the dang on boy. And, because she even said to him, I don't know why you're here because you don't even have visitation rights. And I'm like, well, damn. I thought they were just going for who had, like, physical custody of her. It wasn't like the family is barred from seeing her. That's the problem. I'm looking like, I don't know what's going on around here and whatnot. However, she said, you know what? I'll think about it. And he's like, okay, I can get that. But while you're thinking about it, we request to be able to see her. And so then she said, you know what? I'll agree to one meeting in public for a family meeting. And he like, all right, that's cool. So then he leaves. But trust and believe, Nico's sneaky ass, she's gonna be up to something. So the whole episode, Portia is trying to talk to people about this whole issue that Calvin is having, that the staff is having with how hard they're all working. She was trying to talk to Cookie at one point, but Cookie was busy listening to Lucius. She tried to talk to Andre at one point, but Andre was worried about Pamela. So, I don't want to keep going over these Portia parts. So Portia keeps saying, like, hey, you know, the engineers, the staff is kind of getting restless. You know, it's almost like a little revolt, like a strike thing happened. We need to handle it. You know, so Lizzie Cookie like, you know, don't worry about it. You know, it's going to be what's going to be, you know, by Portia. And Lucius then says, you know, it's okay. You know, I just handled Anika. And he then says, and I gave Eddie my proxy so that he can handle or help handle the whole strike thing with engineer people. And Cookie like, your proxy? What? And then he like, well, yeah, you know, I felt like you were so busy. I just thought you didn't have time to handle it or whatever. And he's like, you know, I'm always here for you, Cook. And she like, boy, what? Always here for me. And then it flashes back to when she was in prison, and it shows how he sent her divorce papers in prison. So that's like, I'm like, you ain't always there for me. You was not always there for me. So then and back in real time, he's saying, well, okay, I can always be there for you going forward. You know, I can make up for all of that. And I'm like, okay, you know, it is what it is. And she, you know, he like, you getting comfortable behind that desk in my chair. And she like, oh, I see the old Lucius is coming back a little bit. I mean, technically he is. Then we see a scene of Warren, Jamal, and Hakeem's the girl. I don't know what the girl name is on the show. All I know is she's Raven Simone's girlfriend. She was also on America's Next Top Model, but she's always the girl with Hakeem, who we know looks gay. You know what I'm saying? She is gay in real life and everything. So you know, the girl, Jamal and Warren are at a gay bar, and they all, you know, woo. You know, they all have, you know, having fun and stuff like that. So they have fun at the gay bar and whatnot. And then we see Warren just looking at this little scrumdiddlyumptious. Well, he wasn't scrumdiddlyumptious at all for me, but the way Warren was looking at him, that's what he looked like to him. And Jamal like, what you looking so hard for? I'm looking like, okay, Jamal, clear your territory. Tell him, fix your ass back this way. He like, oh no, you know, I'm looking just like you looking. Don't act like you ain't looking. And he like, I was looking at the girl, I can't think what her name is. And then Warren brings up how they should have a threesome. And I'm like, where did it come from? Like, what? And my thing is, I don't think couples should ever have threesomes unless both parties want to have threesomes. And when Warren brought up a threesome, Jamal was not like, you know what? We can do that. Let's think about, you know, he didn't do that. He was like, what? When you ask someone for a threesome and they say what? Just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it alone, because that means they ain't for it. Now they were like, huh? That means they might be for it. You know, Jamal was not for it at all. And Warren like, you know, we both ain't never did it before. You know, we can both do it together for the first time. And I'm like, don't. Warren ain't shit. Don't trust that man. And Jamal like, you know, I ain't into that. I'm good. And if I was into that, it damn sure wouldn't be the bartender from the strip club. From the gay bar. Thank you, Jamal. Jamal has some sense sometimes. I mean, we all know Warren is playing him like a fiddle, but at least he not falling into every trap. You know what I'm saying? He already fell for the whole tell me about your daddy trap. He told them about Lucian and his memory situation, but at least he not falling for the let's have a threesome trap. So from there, we see Andre at his house, and he's leaving Pamela a message because I guess she ain't called his ass back. And he's like, you know, I miss you. I'm trying to get in touch with you. You know, call me back. I'm sorry about the last whatever. Call me back. I want to take you to dinner. You know, so just call me back. I'm thinking about you. I miss you. I'm like, oh, Andre really likes her. And I feel like when Andre really likes someone, what I don't like that they do with Andre is when he really cares for someone, he spirals. You know what I'm saying? Andre has had a very tough role on here, with him being bipolar, him, you know, constantly spazzing out about with his bipolar disorder, you know, his child being killed, his wife then being murdered, even with the whole Nessa girl, she was, you know, not the right thing or whatever, but actually, no, I don't think messed that up too, but he just hasn't, I need him to get some kind of good luck or whatever. So, you know, I'm like, okay, he like her, let's hope he don't ruin it or nothing like that. So after he's calling her, leaving a message, he's not at the Empire. So Portia coming up, Andre, let me talk to you real quick. Portia, I ain't trying to hit that right now. Because he's looking at the TV, he sees a news story saying a cop was involved in the shooting and someone was hurt. And who was the cop? It's Pamela. He like, oh my God, not my boo, not my baby, not my Pamela. And so he's like, no, tell Cookie I gotta go. And he leaves because he's worried about Pamela. So again, this is somebody else spending portion. She's like, you know, they ain't listening. So from there, we then see Portia and Calvin like trying to walk out and had this whole strike situation. So, you know, Cookie trying to talk to them like, you know, what's going on here? And they like, look, it's unfair. We working too hard. We working all these hours. It's just too much and y'all ain't listening. He was like, you know, because I think Eddie had like seen the picketing sign. So Eddie is like, boy, who you think you... Eddie rude. Eddie old school. I'm, you know, holier than thou. Listen to what I say and do what I say and don't question nothing. And it's a whole new thing now. Eddie, sit your ass down somewhere. And the bad part about it is, it was just more of no one was listening to the other one. You know what I'm saying? They was just saying they were tired. You know, we need a break for a day. You know, can we get a day off? More than anything else. You know, they was saying, you know, we work all day, we work weekends, we work long hours. We do owe so much, and y'all not even saying thank you. We feel like we're being taken advantage of. And when Eddie called him boy, he like, I ain't your boy. I'm looking like they go the whole slave reference situation. We're gonna leave that alone, you know. And then Cookie to me, Cookie wasn't taking it serious, but she wasn't not taking it serious at the same time. She was just like, what the hell going on? Because again, this is stuff that she really hasn't heard what was going on, because Eddie was supposed to be handling it per Lucius. It was weird because they tried to stop it before they went on strike, but they didn't. So then, you know, because Calvin, like, you know, the union already approved it. I have to just send the email to all staff. It's gonna go down. Eddie asked, take his phone, like, you know what? Eddie pushed the damn button and sent the email to everyone. So, all right, go on strike, whatever, bye. So Calvin leave out. Cookie then say, come on, Portia. And Calvin say, babe, what I tell you? And she looked back and forth. And she remember he told her that he need to stand up for herself sometime. And so she started to walk away with him. And Cookie like, oh, your man say jump and you say how high? I mean, if it was Lucius, you would do the same thing, wouldn't you, Cookie? And Portia goes off. Not rudely goes off, but she does, you know, she just stands her ground and says, this ain't got shit to do with my man Calvin. This is everything to do with how we are treated here. It's like, you call me stupid, you don't say thank you. You know, my whole life revolves around you. Honestly, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, and my whole life revolves around what you need at any given moment. And, you know, I don't even get a thank you. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about me and Calvin. This is about me and you. Strike. And the people looking like, you know, she's like, ain't y'all tired of these long hours? Ain't y'all tired of not feeling appreciated? Strike. And everybody strikes. I'm like, okay, Portia, you know, stand your grounds. And they all walk out, so it's a whole big strike. So the next thing we see, I thought Jamal was smart, but I always remember sometimes Jamal is just stupid. Warren then convinced this boy to have a threesome. Lord Jesus, they in the apartment, and Warren is there, Jamal is there, and some boy is there. I'm like, who was that man, Alpo? And, you know, he like, you know, ain't he cute, Jamal? And Jamal like, yeah, look like he works out. It was funny because Jamal was like, y'all want some grapes? I'm like, who offers grapes when you trying to do a threesome? But Jamal, you can tell Jamal wasn't into it at all. So he like, you know, this what you want? All right, you know, I'm not going to be involved in it, because Jamal in the kitchen eating grapes, the boy on the couch, and then Warren like rubbing his shoulders, and Warren like, come on, Jamal, you know, ain't he cute? And Jamal, you know, Jamal like, whatever. So Warren kind of see Jamal not really into it. So he walked like, you know, I thought you was into this. And he was like, no, you know, you into it. You knew I wasn't into it, but you did it anyway. He was like, so, you know, if that's what you wanted, you know, you wanted this threesome, not me. He's like, but I guess if you loved me as much as I loved you, you wouldn't be into it as much. And then Warren, you know, like the Grinch that stole Christmas, grows a heart. And then he was like, you know what, my man? You gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna happen. He like, what happened? He was like, nothing, but, you know, I did something wrong, and, you know, I love him, so I can't do this. And I'm like, but you ain't know you loved him before y'all met this man on the Instagram, or on the Twitter, or on the Tinder, or whatever, or maybe it's a grinder. I don't know. So when the guy leaves, and Jamal like, all right, thanks for coming. I'm like, Jamal, he's just so formal at the threesomes. You know, no one's clothes came off. You know, it was a different whole little thing. So, you know, Warren then said, you know what, I love you. You know, I'm sorry that I did this. I'm going to make it up to you and everything. But he then said, you know what I'm saying, I have something to tell you. And when I tell you this, I need you to remember that I love you. And I'm like, is he going to tell the truth? Oh, shit. What's going to happen? But he don't tell him nothing that we see. You know, they just go off and they hugging or whatever. And I'm like, okay, we'll see what it is. So next we see Andre, he at home. Now, Andre at home, what he doing? He popping pills. You know what I'm saying? He popping pills. Now, we know the doctor that he's seeing is the friend of the Dubois people, so he drugging Andre because he didn't raise his dang on medication levels and stuff. So, you know, then we hear somebody knock on the door. Who is it? It's Pamela. I'm like, well, damn, if she got shot, she sure was walking pretty good. Like, I mean, did she get shot, like, in the hand? Like, what's going on here? What did she get shot at? So, turns out she wasn't the one who was shot. She was shot at, and she shot the person who was shooting at her. So, you know, she's like, I don't want to talk about it. And he's like, you know what? Just sit down. Let me talk to you. So she sits down, he tells her, you know what I'm saying, I know you don't trust me, I get this. And I know that's why you aren't in this field, because you don't trust me. He's like, but however, when I heard that, you know, you were involved in this shooting, I almost went crazy. I was going crazy. I couldn't take it. I was terrified thinking something happened to you. And, you know, I really care for you. He kisses her hand and stuff. And so she then tells him, you know, how she shot the suspect. You know, he shot at me, I shot back, you know, I killed him. She then says, because he said, yeah, you know, it was self-defense. You did what you had to do. And she was like, yeah, that's what I told IA, you know, Internal Affairs. And then she was like, but I planted the gun to make it look like a justifiable homicide. She was like, you know, I didn't have to do it, and I'm going to get away with it. You know, now you know my deepest secret. You know, do you still think I don't trust you? And I'm like, is she playing him so that he can tell her stuff that she needs to know to get him trapped? Like, was it like, let's plan a story that something happened to me because he don't like it and he gonna tell me the truth and I'm gonna gain his trust and he gonna then tell me what really happened with Lucian in Vegas? I don't know. I hope not. I want them two to be together. I love Pamela on this show because I liked her on Survivor's Remorse, and that is no longer on here. And I can't pronounce her real name in real life. I think it's like something with a T and it ends with a P. But I like her as an actress, and I like something different for Andre. So we should see how that goes. You know, and that's their whole scene right there. So from there, we see, well, there's a scene where Lucius, you know, is about to do his music, and he's talking to the musicians, and they all get that text like, we on strike. So they all get up to leave. So Lucius like, where y'all going? What's going on? And they like, we have to strike, you know, sorry, Lucius. And then they leave. So then Eddie comes in, and Lucius is like, what I'm going to do without no musicians? I can't make music without musicians. Eddie then tells the story like, you know, one day I came in, and you was working on this music all by your lonesome, by yourself in your zone, you know. You don't need musicians to make music because you are Lucius Lion, or whatever. Lucius still starts playing the piano by himself. And as he's playing the piano, he gets these visions of things of him doing from before. Just him working in the studio by himself, him working with music, him working with artists, him just making music as himself. And as he's having these flashbacks, he's saying, you know, I am Lucius, I am Lucius Lion, I am a beast. Okay, well, had that great self-esteem, Lucian. And it was that whole thing. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, it is what it is. You know, as this is happening, we see all the people outside, all the staff outside. Strike! They striking, Portia talking, you know, ain't y'all tired of it being unfair? Ain't y'all tired of A, B, and C? Yeah! We see, you know, Shine out there, he's striking. We see Tori coming, she sang a song. Cookie like, man, this is some crazy shit right here. You know, she's just kind of over it. So from there, we see Thirsty and Eddie talking to Cookie like, you know what? Thirsty say, you know, I got my people working to, you know, get some dirt on them. While Eddie is saying, you know, I have a call into my friend to get us some replacement workers. She's like, some scabs? She's like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing no undercutting and dealing and getting gossip and dirt, and we not bringing in nobody else. They is family, you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And he like, well, they left you. And she like, because they think that we the enemy. You know, we just have to show them that we have something in common, that we not the enemy. And then he like, Cookie, I don't think you should do that. So she was like, Eddie, what is your title here? And he was like, I'm the advisor to the CEO, to you. And she was like, right, you are the advisor. You know, I am who I am, and it's going to be what's going to be. And so Thirsty said, you know what? She's a boss. And he was like, yes, she is. Because she is. And she let them know, you know, you, Lucian, and Thirsty been running around here doing stuff, and y'all been fucking up. Me and always messing stuff up. Y'all don't do things right sometimes. Let me handle this. So from there, she like, get everybody in the conference room. So, you know, Lucian in the conference room, Eddie in the conference room, everybody in the conference room, you know, Portia in there, Calvin in there, a few of the people, all these people is in the conference room. And, you know, Lucian come in and he like, you know, I know y'all heard about my accident. I lost my memory, but I'm back. I remember you, and you know, you get a car. You know, he remembering everybody. You know, and you know, Cookie then goes into, you know, this is a family. You know, Lucian has said that y'all are his family. We are our family. And, you know, family helps each other out. Let me tell y'all the story. She then tells the story of Pound Cake. How did I forget that scene? I forgot the whole scene. I don't know how. But anywho, no, I didn't. Did I? I can't remember if I forgot it or not. It was, no. Anyway, it was a scene. Yeah, this is a damn scene. Girl, come on now, you going crazy. So anyway, it was a scene where she's remembering and being in prison and how the girl Pound Cake was, you know, the big heavy set girl. All the big girls gotta be the mean ones. We not mean. We not. Don't come for me unless I come for you. That's how we feel. Anywho, you know, Pound Cake is in prison and is after Cookie got the whole divorce papers in the mail and her friend trying to make her, you know, be happy about it or whatnot. But they having some kind of little prison party for the divorce, and Pound Cake like, oh, I wasn't invited. So Cookie not in the mood. So then her and Pound Cake was about to fight, but Pound Cake blocks her stomach. And Cookie like, bitch, you pregnant? And she like, bitch, you don't know me. You don't know nothing. Then she leaves. So then it's a scene where Pound Cake come back in, and she's having stomach pains because she's probably in labor. And she don't want to go to the CO. She don't want to call people because if the prison knows she pregnant, because she got pregnant by a correctional officer, Lord Jesus, they have sex in prisons. She got pregnant by a CO, and if they knew she was pregnant, they would make her have an abortion. And so she like, okay, so we helped her. Even though she was a bitch and she cut me, yes, we helped her because in prison, we are all family. We all that we have. You know, we don't have people on the outside when you're on the inside, which is kind of true. So she told the story how she helped Pound Cake deliver her baby, basically. And she said she did it because, you know, it was the right thing to do because in that instant, they weren't friends. You know what I'm saying? That's not her friend, but all we had was each other. So, you know, she's a bitch and she done some things wrong to me. We had to come together for the greater good. She then says, you know, so-and-so, when you was sick, then when your mom passed away, then you take 3 weeks to leave, we still paid you, and so-and-so who paid for your kids' college, and so-and-so when you lost your voice, who, you know, paid for your rehab. And just saying how in other ways they have went far beyond what a regular union allows an employer to do to help their staff because they're family. So it's like in return, we do things that are unorthodox. If you get 3 weeks of paid leave and you're not supposed to get 3 weeks of paid leave, sometimes the way that is rectified is you have to work for a full week with no breaks. And she just made it known that we are family, so we do things differently here. But while right now you're complaining about what you don't like, you forget about all the other perks that you have and that you take advantage of 90% of the time. This little 10% shouldn't matter. She does talk to Portia and say, you know what, Portia, I don't think you're stupid at all. I think you are very smart. I just call you stupid because that's just how I talk. But I don't think you're stupid. I respect you. You know, if I didn't, you wouldn't have your job. What'd you do? Because she would have fired her ass. And I think she tells her thank you. So they all then disagree that the strike will be over. Fine. You know, okay, yeah, well, you know what it was. So then from there, you know, Cookie and Portia's in the office, and Portia's like, you know, it took me forever. It took 3 years for you to, you know, just acknowledge me and stuff like that. I'm just so happy. And she's like, what? That's gonna take 10 more years for you to hear me do it again. And she's like, you know, fix my phone, it's broke. And she was like, it's not broke, Cookie. The ringer's just off. Well, like I said, it was broke. Thank you, Portia. And Portia smiled because she said thank you. So, you know, that was a great moment. What did we see? We see how Andre and Pamela wakes up in bed together. Okay, Andre. Okay, Pamela. Had that black melanin sex. So they're happy waking up, and Andre saying, you know what, I think I want you to meet my family. And she's like, well, how will we tell them that we met? We can't say we met in the club and you couldn't get your dick up. You know what I'm saying? He like, you know, we'll figure out something. At the same time, his phone is going off because it's time to go see baby Bella. So he's like, you know, I gotta go see my niece. And it's like, oh, you leaving me here? And he's like, well, you know, next time, you know what I'm saying, I can bring you. So now they're going to see Bella. We see Hakeem. We see, you know, Lucian is there. Lucian, damn it. I can think about Lucian from If Loving You Is Wrong. We see Lucius, Cookie, Jamal, they all there. Okay, they all there. And, you know, Jamal is saying how, you know, I got this new man, Warren. He's gonna be part of the family. He's gonna move in. We're gonna be a couple. We're gonna be together. And I'm like, you don't even know that man. I mean, is you happy like this because he didn't told you who he really is? But I'm like, I wouldn't forget that soon. So something going on, something in the water. So Cookie said, I haven't met him. You don't know him yet. You can't want to move in so fast. Lucian says, when I met him, I think he's cool. They asked Dre about when they're gonna meet his new girl, and he like, well, I was just talking about that, really soon. It's a whole nice family moment. So from that family moment, we get another family moment. We see Diana talking to Warren, and Warren is saying how he's out. I'm done. I'm tired with it. I'm done. I ain't trying to go through it no more. I love Jamal, and we're gonna be together. I don't care what's gonna happen. And she's like, I expected that. And he's like, what? And she's like, I knew you weren't up to it. So that's why me and Anika, set something in motion, for this very moment. I'm looking like, that's why Anika wanted them to meet in public. And sure enough, as that is happening, the Lucian clan is walking in. He's like, oh shit. Now he tried to hide his face. First of all, putting your hand up to your face does not mean someone would not recognize you. I guess he thought his hand was an imaginary shield of identity shieldment. So when they walk up, he's like, Warren, what you doing here? And Diana like, we know you thought I know you thought you was coming here to see Bella, but that's not true. Anika helped me set this up. And he like, Warren, what are you doing here? And then she like, Cookie, can you let that man know what's going on here? And she's like, I guess you trying to set us up some kind of way. And then Diana says, my nephew, Warren, can fill you all in on that. And he like, your nephew, he mad. You then hear them saying, this is some bullshit. And you hear someone saying, get him, Lucian. I'm like, why Lucian gotta get him? Lucian is having these flashbacks of him having these outbursts of anger where he's beating people up and some people heads in. The thing that Lucian would usually do. So as all this is going on, Jamal say, I got this, Dad. He go and he's beating Warren's ass. He punches him in the face, knocks him out the chair. He then gets up. He's like stumping him. He beat that man's ass. And as he's doing that, everyone pulls out their cameras and they're taking video, photos, all that stuff. It's a whole spectacle. Dre and Hakeem, they're like, come on now, get back. They're recording. Why would you do this? I can't believe you, you piece of shit. And he going off. You know what I'm saying? He going off. It's a whole go-off session. And, everyone's recording it. And Cookie's like, you know what? We coming for you, bitch. I'm like, okay, Cookie, let Diana know y'all coming after her, and it is what it is. So, they walking out. Cookie and Lucius are going to their car. And Lucius is saying, how, you know what? If, I wanted to punch him in his face, and I wanted to stump his head with my prosthetic leg. And Cookie's like, you know what? The old Lucius would have did that. And then she gets in the car. And he realizes that she also realizes he's not really fully back to himself. And then the episode goes off. So, that was my review. I have to do my next one, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Put your comments below about how you liked it or not. You better have liked it. But guess what? I am Jiggly. This is Jiggly's Corner. Until next time, people. Peace.